Hey gang, Powerbricks back with another video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the LEGO Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord Champion Edition, or Daizujin Champion Edition. This is a LEGO set that I created by hand, and this is definitely a grail. My light is tripping out, so I'm going to take a quick take and we're going to bounce right back. Alright, and we are back, and there's your Tyrannosaurus Rex, Sabretooth Tiger, Mastodon, Triceratops, and Pterodactyl. They look fantastic together. I know you guys have been waiting on this video just as much as I've been waiting to film it, but the way my schedule's been cut out, it's been kind of hard to get into it, but I'm here now, guys, and I hope you guys really enjoy this. This is a great build. It is definitely something that you guys have been waiting for quite a while, so thank you to everybody who has been sticking around and waiting for this drop. This is for you. Okay, so here is the Pterodactyl Zord. We're going to be taking a look at this first. Now, this is the smallest one out of the set, and even compared to its other counterparts and also the other Zords that have been made of the Mighty Morphin, this is probably the smallest version of the Pterodactyl you're ever going to see out there. So, yeah. This is her. It's pretty interesting. You got these little ridges in there, just sort of different design. You got the metallic silver head, pink in the back. You got the little feet right there. The wings do flap, which is different from the other ones, so I guess I could be wrong. I think I am. I know the other ones fold up, but I'm not sure if they actually just flap. But there's that. There's pink. I hope you guys like it. Let's go on to the next one. So here is the Triceratops. Now, this one is amongst my favorite just because it's blue. Now, it rolls very nicely. It is on 4 wheels. We have 2 big ones right there, rubber tires, and we also have the small ones, but you can't see them when he's sitting down. Now, the plus added to him, his head is articulated. It moves up and down like usual, but it also rotates, and there is sort of like a little joint there. And his mouth is open, so he can speak. So yeah, it's a really cool Zord. You do get the tail articulation here. It's on a soft ratchet there. You guys see that soft ratchet joint. The tail does articulate, so you can get your gun action there. It's pivotable, so it can move in different directions, which is nice. And of course, it wouldn't be Billy's Zord without that gun, you know? So this is as hard as I could go for this Zord. You guys be the judge. I will note that this was not easy to build. It wasn't. Trust me. It was very hard to get this Megazord down, but I got it to a level to where I like it. So I hope you guys like it too. Next up is the Mastodon. And Mastodon is, of course, a fan favorite. This is the Black Ranger Zord, and it didn't get no better than this, for me at least. This is my best Mastodon. There is a lot of articulation here too, by the way. This guy is very articulated. So for one, you do have hind leg articulation, which is there. You also have front leg articulation on the soft ratchet. They do rotate his feet. They sort of rotate. They move up and down. Yep. You got head articulation. Come on, Bandai, you guys can do this. Hasbro, you guys can do this. You got tusk articulation there. The trunk is on 2 joints. It is on 2 joints, one here and one there. And there are also cannons in the front. Sorry about my nails, guys. I have builder fingers right now. Been building like crazy, and I eat a lot of curry, so that's why they're kind of yellow. Yeah, turmeric curry last night. Pretty bad. But the ears are also articulated, guys. They're on a ratchet joint. So you got a lot of articulation for the Mammoth that he did not used to ever have. If that even makes sense. That he never used to have. That makes sense there. Yeah, I just really like this Zord. He really went through a transformation here because he was the dullest. I mean, you guys know the Mastodon is a brick. So to give him all 4 points of articulation and head and trunk and tusk and ear, that's huge. So this guy is a huge level up for me. Let's go on to the next. The next we have is the Sabretooth Tiger, and hers is also an upgrade when you look at the Zord. From the look of it, you already know Sabretooth. Now, the best part about it is there is leg articulation, and I've made plenty of models like this one before, so it was no hassle getting it done. Same with the Triceratops, but there were some tweaks that I had to work into there that kind of made it harder than this, surprisingly, right? Yeah, and this one also got tweaked. It was totally different. It didn't have leg articulation. So you got that right there in the hind legs. You also have her tail, which can point that little gun she has there, and you can sort of do what you got to do with that. Next, you have the arm articulation. It is on 3 points. You got the 360 there. You got this bended joint there, and you also have a foot joint. So it is very articulated when it comes to the articulation, and the color scheme is there. So one thing you got is head articulation, 360. It moves up and down, up and down. The mouth can open and close. Just love the face of her. Just look at her face. The mouth can open and close. Now, one thing I could have done, which I will show you really quickly, is if I had took this little piece off during the building process. Now, that wasn't going to be there, and if I did that, this would be able to rotate like, you know, the classic would. But we're going to leave the fullness of the Zord there. I need that face to have that full yellow effect. Like, you guys know what I mean? It needs to be all the way there, and I need to get this to fit into its groove. There we go. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the Zord. So, let's just compare it to her component, Triceratops. They look really great together in shot. I love these things. Let's go into the next, shall we? And last but not least is the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and this one has a very different shape, especially compared to the other ones. It's specifically the original. He has more dinosaur type feet off the bat. That is noticeable because his toes are gold. So you have that. There are some brushed metal pieces there. He does have a more articulated Tyrannosaurus leg, so it looks more in the position of T-Rex. You also got the tail, excuse me. It is articulated, and there is also the upper body. There you have the head. This has articulation, and I really think this color scheme works. Like, I love that gray and red. It really works. The mouth can open and close. Now, I could have went all out for a good detailed T-Rex head, but I think this is pretty good. And you can, of course, see the Zord head right back there hiding out. You do get some movement there, you know what I'm saying? You don't really get that. You got an ab crunch, which is really for the Zord, but the Megazord, the T-Rex Zord really does look good. He stands up very well on his own. He's a very tall Zord. He just sort of does his thing. Now, we also get arm articulation here. I was trying to go for the Solo Chogoken type vibe, but also, you know, it's Lego, dude. Come on, it's a Power Bricks creation. We're going to make it right. All right, now, shout out to all those guys who built this Zord before me, because you guys really helped me out. If I did not look at your guys' builds, I would have never been able to build this. This is a very hard build for me. I have trouble building other people's Zords, specifically real Megazords. So that's why I make my own. But this right here is a gem, and I almost dropped it. Whoo! I almost dropped it. But anyway, I will note before I combine them that they don't have that tank mode. I mean, they can do it, but it ain't all there. So we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna jump straight into the Zord, and we're gonna go from there. Okay? So let's get into it. Okay, so first we're going to be taking a look at blue and yellow. They are going to be the first components of combining the Zord. Let's start off with yellow since it's just in my hand. Now first, we're going to fold the tail over and flip up that connector port. All right, nice and easy. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to fold up the legs like this. They're sort of just going to rest into this groove here. Once we do that, we can bring this all the way around and it'll fit in a fixed position. Then we could sort of bend that up and down like that, and there is your leg. You see, this is where the flat part is. It's all flat. It sits up very well. There's the leg. Boom. Now we will come to blue, which is much more simple. You just fold these up like that, flip up the connector port. There's your other leg right there. Bam. Simple as that. Daizujin is already halfway done. Alrighty, so next is the Mastodon, and it's quite simple. You're gonna rip off the legs, right? Sort of kind of how you would do the original Mighty Morphin. and you also take off the head. Now, once you take that off, you can fold the ears back and flip up the tusks, and there is the handle so that he can hold it, and it can be the sword. Next, we get the Mastodon, and we split them in half, and then we adjust each joint to the liking of the Megazord. And then we also rotate those yellow panels into straight lines. Super simple stuff here, super simple stuff. Bam, bam. There it is. Alrighty, now let's get to the T-Rex and finish off this review. Okay, so now it's T-Rex time. And, excuse me, the way we transform this is actually flip opposite different from the original. There are similarities, but this is totally different. Alrighty, so last but not least is the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and this one is very similar to the Mighty Morphin one, but it's actually, it's flip opposite. It's not similar at all. There are similarities, but in reality, there aren't any to really follow suit after. I just got distracted by a gnat. I tried to get it, but I couldn't. So first things first, we're about to twist that all the way around 360. You can already see that it's starting to be something else, sort of. Okay, one thing I forgot to note is that his little T-Rex hands, you're gonna fold those things up, and his arm with it, fold it up seamlessly into the body like that. Next, we are going to adjust the legs, and we are going to fold this up. Sort of first put that down and rotate that nail. Then we can collapse the other three and it will be like that. Same with this side. We are going to fold the nail to the side, sort of turn it, and then we're going to fold the other three in, and it should be a seamless formation. Next, we're going to get his tail, and as you see, it's on a double hinge. We're going to fold that up, and then we're going to get the T-Rex head and rotate it around. Get the Megazord head. Oh yeah, my bad. Pull that forward and then rotate it. And then we can push it right back up. So here is our torso. Beautiful, right? And that was quick assembly. Now let's go to the next part. Here he is. Let's merge them up. Alrighty, so first we're gonna get yellow. Plug it in. We're gonna get blue. I almost tipped over my camera. We're gonna plug it in. Just like that. Okay, now mind you guys, this Dizugen model is heavily articulated. So don't expect any dullness from this Megazord. Alrighty, so we're gonna plug in that arm. Then we're going to plug in the other arm. You can already see it's looking like Dizugen or Mighty Morphin Megazord. Alrighty, plug this in. And by the way, guys, this is actually my first time ever having a Mighty Morphin Zord. I never had it. Bam. There it is. Dizugen fully merged up in his glory. It looks great. Very, very great. Let's zoom in, get a good look at his face. Oh, this gnat is bothering me, guys. Like, I'm seriously trying to get him. But it's okay. So, let's get a good look at the guy. Almost forgot to get these guys. How could I forget? Okay, guys, so these little guys here, we're going to plug these in. Bam. Get the other one right there. Now we're good. All right. Now he's fully merged up. So articulation, you got 360 ratchet here, and you also have a swivel with the ratchet joint there, which is really nice. They can go in and out, which is, of course, great. Same with this side, 360. You have the pivot. Bam. Leg articulation, you do got that much, and you do get a bend at the knee, and the toes are pivotable. So you do get a decent amount of leg articulation here. Like, seriously, this guy is really made for posing, though. He's like a collector's edition type deal. You know, he ain't supposed to have all that heavy play that kids do these days, but this guy is definitely collector's item. You do have head articulation. You can move side to side. There is an ab crunch. You just got to sort of adjust that just a tiny bit, but there is ab crunch there, so that is nice. You don't really get that in the Zords that much these days. Okay, so we're gonna get this guy, plug it in his hand, And of course, we're gonna get the I almost call it the Z Sword. I think it's called the Power Sword. I'm not technically sure. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but let's get the sword. Now, by the way, these are attachments. This right here, this little bar with these things, they were attachments. It was supposed to look like that, so it's a little more screen accurate, but come on, you can't beat that. That looks pretty cool. Alrighty, so we're just gonna plug that in his hand. Bam. And by the way, I will not do any of Tommy's Zords. Maybe if I'm on a good day, but I'm not. I just might though. I just might. Just so I can get these guys to combine with him and him. Actually, I'm lying. You might actually see Tommy's Zord, no cap. So right now, that's just about it. I'm not going to do the White Tiger and the Thunder and all that extra, but you might actually see me do Zeo. So that's something to look forward to. So here's the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord. Let's get a little zoom in real quick. We'll zoom in on him. Look at some more of his details. He looks really good. Like, I really love this Zord a lot. I don't want to tear it down, which is probably why I will build the dragon, just so we can further this Zord line and keep it going. Because this is the Mmpr, man. This is what started it. For us in America, at least. You know? So, that's pretty much it for this review, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys let me know what you guys think about it. Go in the comments, blow those things up. Look forward to the next few videos. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new Zords, 6 counting the dragon. Guys, stay tuned. It's Power Bricks moving out. Peace.